Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to this week's recording on the project at hand here at Safe Haven Valley Workbench. It is the scratch build of the $10 kit from Mud Creek Models. If you've been following along, I took two of them and I combined them together. I did not work on this last week. I did a live video of other things, and this week I'm just going to move along in the process of this project. Tonight I'm just going over a few things on it and also getting it all together. So tonight we are going to be doing the assembly of the walls. Okay, so for that we'll use our magnet kits. Get these together here. I do need my glue container. Perfect mound. It's leftover glue that was in my tray. Turn it over, it could make a nice little piece, like a hill, a little bit of grass on it, whatever. Only been sitting like this for about almost 4 days. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Okay. Put a little glue in the like that. Okay. Now I can go about this a couple different ways. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take each small wall to a big wall, and I'm going to put it in my jig. Let it set for a minute, and then I'm going to move them together. And then I will put the structure together that way. And then after I'm done with this, I have some things I want to show you guys tonight as well. Couple of kits. I don't know if I showed them or not that I got. And then and all that good stuff. So what I do is I take, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So along this edge here, I'm gonna put some glue, and then I'm gonna take the corner piece and put it right on it, and then I'm gonna put it in my jig, my glue jig, my magnetic glue jig. I have to be honest, these walls are a little bit flimsy, even with the bracing. And before I put the other piece in on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. They like to flex, I mean, a little bit. I don't, but that's okay. I'm going to be putting some on the back side between here and the other wall, a support and a support. So I'll be putting supports in it just to keep it, you know, sound, I guess you could say. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting pressure on this. Come on. Let's sand it up. Take my jig. I always line the inside first because and you just like that. Just like so. And once it's in there, I make sure it all looks good. From underneath, I just make sure it looks aligned and they're flat. And then I take the back side of the toothpick, just kind of wipe any of the excess glue that I can off of there. And then we'll let that one sit for a minute. And we'll repeat the process over here on this other wall. So it's going to go like this. So I need to put the piece on this wall so it'll reach on this side. And again, I just hold it for a moment and it still doesn't stay. Didn't get enough glue. That's my bad. I didn't put enough glue on there. Now we got enough glue. So I usually can eye this pretty good. I'm gonna take the other jig. And now just align it to where it needs to be. And I just push them flat on the bottom. And then I just check the bottom right here. Make sure that everything looks square. Sometimes you have a window in the way and it creates a bottleneck on there, and so it doesn't like to sit straight. So what I do is I just get it, I check it, make sure it's straight. The best I can anyway. Once it sits for a moment and the glue starts to tack up, I will usually just go ahead and take them off. Tacky glue, I've never had very much problem with tacky glue. I just use it to get the glue set, you know, so that I can work with the model a little bit. And this is the time I adjust, see if I have to make an adjustment or anything like that. And I do. So I just made a slight adjustment. And then as you can see, the way it's going to sit is it's going to go together just like this. Just like this. This is the way it's going to go together. And all that fun stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and tackle the other corners over here. Just put some glue on the edge of this wall like I did the others. But only this time I have to do both that wall and this wall. Okay, now just take this like that, and this like that. Kind of press them together. And I'm going to go ahead and take this corner just like that. I'll take the other corner and just do like that. Now I got it in there. I got to see if I can make sure this looks good before it sets up too much. Make sure I can set it. Okay, this. Okay. Sometimes these are a little bit much. So I've gotten some good results with them, and sometimes I get bad results, not so good results. Tonight, it's just not wanting to cooperate. So what I'm going to do, that looks good there. Realign that side like that. Dang it. And that is why I rather use these. That it's creating a little bit of a problem tonight. Nothing I can't fix or have a problem with. So let me just double check this real quick, guys. Make sure everything's good. All right, so I got that in there. I'm going to pop this back in on the other side. And square this thing up again. And that's what I'm gonna end up doing, is I'm gonna end up putting a brace on the inside of these walls. There'll be a brace in here, of some degree. And I just don't like how this. I got a window in the way, so it kind of offsets these compressions. So it just I can't really get it to where it worked the way I want it to. So you're being a booger. So we're just gonna shoot with this one, guys. We're just gonna fix it right on the fly here. I broke the glue seam is what I did, because stupidly I pushed a little too much. So now to fix that, I'm just gonna, I had this open like that, and so now I'm just gonna push it back into place. Put it back into place, and then I'm just gonna wipe the excess off. At least the best I can, anyway. To do that, we're going to stand it on in for a moment. Dang it. It's not cooperating tonight. My hands hurt too tonight, guys. I've been working extra hard this week, so my hands are kind of sore. So bear with me on this. That's what I like about scratch builds. They can be any way you want. So you have an axe. There's no guide to it on this one, really. This is a kit scratch batch, I guess you could say. That's the terminology I've been hearing being thrown around. Okay, so now we finally made it to this point. I'm just gonna go with the way it is right now. And I will continue working with fixing it. As I move forward. I need to add some bracing on these walls. A little bit of bracing. To do that, what I probably will do is I'm going to go ahead and take this 2x8. Just put some glue on it. we are going to put it right on the inside of the wall, right at, and we're going to run it just like that. It's right over. I'll show you in a second. I know you can't see it right now, but I'll show you in a second once it sets up. Okay, and then got another one down here from my project the other day. And we're going to add it. We're just going to take it, add a little glue to it, dab some on there. Perfect. So what I did here is I added a strip of wood on the back. I added a piece of wood on the back side of the centerpiece just to strengthen up the wall. So it doesn't go like this. And then now at the same time, this is all drying. So that's where we're at. I'm hoping to show you real quick, kind of a direction I'm going with the top. Now, I told you this is going to have a roof that comes up here, and then we're having a flat roof. With a little bit of a kind of a roof rise, and then we're gonna have a roll roofing or tar paper roofing, tar roll roofing. I'll be using tar. You'll be able to seal the seal marks with the tar, and I'll put a little bit of, maybe I'll put a vents up here, that kind of thing. But I'm hoping that you guys can start to visualize where I'm going with this now that I've actually got it to a good spot. So set this down right here just so you can hopefully be able to see where I'm going with this. Okay, so it's coming along. There's still work to do. I'm kind of winding down with a few projects. I'm actually working on another scratch build from the video last week. And This here is the project that I did. It is the board. It's the board and batten that I created with 2x4s and 2x8s and 2x4s is what I used. And the other walls right here that I started. So again, you can see how I have the 2x8s going up and down like this, and I use the 2x4s the same direction. Here's the 2x8s just on cardstock. And then I used the 2x4s to go over the seams, and then I used a piece of my 4x4 posting, like and went in between as the spacer. So anywho, that's kind of what I'm working on there. That particular thing is something that I have taken pictures of for buildings going over to my mom and dad's. So I'll be it's just old homes or barns that have the board and batten, and then they even have other tech stuff to it. If I can remember, I will pop in when I work on that. I will show you some pictures of what it will actually look like. Anywho, so yeah, where we're at on this is pretty much where we're at. I'm get this all touched up, and then we can start working on going to be putting some structure support from here and here, and then I will probably come down on the side across here and here, just for structural support. And then we'll go, and then we'll be doing the outside stuff at that point. And then if you've done Brotman's Hobbies, you will know that there is a space under these doors. Well, these doors were designed to have a little bit of a porch to them. Well, this will have this will have that for sure. So, because that's what this was designed to have, is to have those. So I will have that. But I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to, and I'll show you that when the time comes. But for now, this is pretty much where we're going to stop on this. And I'm going to set this aside, let that all dry. Because I want to get everything, I'm just taking my time with that. And all that good stuff. Anyway, so we're 30 minutes in on the video. I want to just take a couple moments before we call it a night and go over some things. I got some new kits in from Pike Stuff. It's in scale. I got the prefab warehouse, and I got the distribution center. Now, as you can see, they're already blue. It's blue and white. I don't know if I'm going to keep the blue, or if I want to try something different. I want to make that like a metal look. and I haven't decided whether I'm going to go that way or not. If I feel like I'm not going to make it look good, I'll probably keep this the way it is. Maybe, and if I change it, it'll be a spray paint color. I'll spray paint it a prime color and then paint it a color. So those are the two that I got. And then also the other day I was at a Safeway, with Albertsons, whatever. If you're back east, Albertsons, Save-On, but it doesn't really matter. In the store, you go to the bakery area and you find these desserts that are already pre-packaged in the cooler area or whatever, and they have these little trays, and they have a big with cake in it, and then you have clear top. You can use both, but these trays are going to come in handy because this is how I'm tired of wasting my or using too much of my stain. And it dawned on me the other day that this container will be perfect. So all I gotta do is put my wood in there, dribble my stain that I want. Or if I'm gonna do a multi-stain, I'll just do one stain here and one stain here, and then I'll go dip, soak it, dab it, soak it, dab it, dry, whatever. But I got a couple of these, and they're gonna come in handy. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then the last thing for the night is I thought there was one more thing. I guess there, I don't know if you guys have seen the finished stuff. I finally got the trim on Wayman's here. Just kind of added it to it like that, and I have a broken window on here, and an open window here, just to give it character. I think I decided I'm gonna go with a gooseneck light on here, and I got a few of those. And the way that we're gonna set it on here is, and then Ronnie's is about finished. I got the white trim ready to go. It's just needs to be cut and done. And then Ronnie's will be pretty much finished. But I've been looking. There's some ideas I'm throwing around for this, and the way this is all going to look, it's going to sit like this. So you got Ronnie's, you got which is going to be it's going to be Ronnie's General Supply, or it's going to be a general supply store. So there's lots of stuff in there, and then you have Tebec's Cafe and Bakery, and then right smack dab in front of that you got this puppy that's sitting right here, and we are going to we're going to have it sit like this. We have the two big doors here, and then we have two big doors there. So I'm going to go like this with it. or like this. You know what? Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go like that. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put a gooseneck light right back here, which will actually create enough of a glow light down in the back here. And then in here, the reason why I'm going to do that, there is no windows here. So the light from back here is not going to reflect back in on itself. There's no window here or here. There is only a window here and a window on the side here. So I'm going to do the internal light for the building, and then I'm going to have an external light on the outside lighting up out here. Kind of thing. But this is what it's going to be. And then I'm going to have, I'm probably going to make a little bit of a, of a pier here. This will be all worked into where, and then, you know, we have boats that can park here. So I might have like a boat that's sitting, or barge, or whatever. You never know. How that all will lay out, I don't know, but that's kind of what it all looks like. The only thing I have left on these until they go on the layout will be the trim on Ronnie's. That's it. Excuse me. And then I have signage. Other than that, signs are easy to do. I can do it in, you know, pretty quickly. So we'll have to figure out where we want to put the signs, or we're going to have a rooftop sign or whatever. I'm going to be doing a sign probably on the roof here where it's double-sided. A double-sided sign, maybe. I don't know. I'm still toying with that, but and how I want to do that. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. That's down the road when I go put this on the layout. I just don't want to do any more than I have to, because financially I will be putting a lot into track and you know, all the other stuff. So I want to have these ready to go so I can do them as a project as I lay them into the layout. And then once I get them into the layout, they're done. And then I can do the details and stuff at that point as I'm doing the final placement of these or whatnot. So that's a ways down the road. But right now I'm getting like 90% there, and then the other 10% is just the touch-ups, the details, and placing it. That's essentially the last 10%. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. Not really a lot going on. I just wanted to jump on and kind of do an update. I mean, this is about a 40-minute update, but you know, it's fun, you know, and I'm enjoying it. So I get the time I get time that I do, and it's great. So next week we're gonna continue working on this the scratch bash, which I haven't really decided whether it's going to be what it is going to be yet, but we're working on it nonetheless. So next week we'll go on to the next step. So with that, I wish you guys all well. Have fun modeling, and be sure to enjoy the hobby as much as you can. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.